All right, we are back up and live for race number 2. Grid is set. Now we will just wait until the top of the hour to roll. So let's go through the grid here. Give me just a second. Okay, starting out front. Going to be GT7 GR Mastoros. Mastoros? That's what I'm going with. Mast. Calling you Mast. That's going to be your pole sitter. Infinite Octane driver Alcos returns for race number 2. We'll see him in the second spot. J-Skin for Panty Dropper is going to be in the third spot. Nos Fox back again for Fox Body Mafia. He'll be in the fourth spot. Fifth spot will go to the frontline racing driver of Papa Zader, and he will be joined on that third row by your TOK Speed Syndicate driver Krulab in the sixth spot. T-Can in there for Baby Got Track in the seventh spot. Fuller again here for Midwest Esports in the eighth spot. Erica Canada in the ninth spot for Doubles Rejects. Fiddle Lucker's driver Mr. Cynical will be in the 10th spot. Your 11th place driver will be from Victory Pace. That's going to be Longshot. Joining him on that row is going to be the Sin City driver of Tyro. And your final row is going to be T80 for Always in the Rear and Southern Queen from Misfits Racing. So that is your lineup. We are ready to go. Just getting my stuff updated. Hey, if anybody's out there and watching, go ahead and share this thing. Give me just a second and I will get back in here. Just shared it. Alright, just getting my side of stuff finalized over here, and then we will get rolling. Already a decent amount of people in here. Let's go ahead and organize these. That's the wrong one. Alright, so since there is a good chance of rain in this one, there will be no tire requirements, so it will be kind of an interesting start to this race. How long will the rain hold off? We'll jump over here, I'll show you guys. That is what you're looking at. You're looking at chances of rain early, and then midway through the race, maybe see some more rain, some heavy rain there at the middle. So once again, no qualifying here. They'll just roll straight into that race. Like I say, just finishing up some stuff. Getting ready to roll here. Already 18 in the chat. We are 1 minute away from start. Alright, there you see it. We are starting live right now. And get rolling. So you got GT7 Grease and Infinite Octane Racing out on the front row again. Ooh, a nice basic little livery. I'm not going to lie, I kind of like that. There you see, you got your front row. So what do we got? We got a Toyota Supra, the Genesis, Ferrari, Lambo, GTR, and they are away. Let's jump back up to the front here. As I would imagine everybody probably starting on softs here. Softs, maybe mediums, waiting for that first set of rain. I don't know if that first set of rain is going to be enough to have to switch over. But we can see there a good clean turn one from everybody. Good racing. Tyro side by side. Who was that with? Side by side. Is that Longshot? That is. Longshot and Tyro side by side after the first corner. As well as Cynical in Canada, or Eric of Canada up there. That's 9th, 10th, and then 11th and 12th side by side heading down into this sharp right-hander. Good clean race in there from everybody. Ooh, a little bit deep into the corner. It looked like T80 maybe got a little too far in there. Made a little contact with Tyro. Everybody continues on though. No damage there. Let's jump back up front. Mastoro still your leader, holding off Alcos. So good old Al is, you know, he's been following that team all day. They'll look to take a chance at it though. And there we go. J-Skin hold on to that third spot. Papa Zader in fourth. Nas Fox rounding out your top five. Nas, I like the look of that Ferrari. GR4 series here is what we're racing with. Like I say, we will see some rain along the way. I'm not going to lie, GT7 Grease, I think I have seen the most shout-outs in the chat for. So if you want your team to be mentioned, make sure you shout them out. Make sure you share this. Can hold on to that 7th spot. Fuller, after going from 14th to 8th in the last race, starts 8th here. We'll see if he can gain any more and get his team set up. And I will announce this now. Let me go put this in the announcements as well. Let me go double check something. Check how this is worded. Yep. So I did just make a change. Drivers will be able to compete in 3 in a row instead of 2 in a row, but still only 5 total. We had a few drivers that had to drop out last minute, so just trying to help the teams out, make sure everybody can be a participant here. As let's go through the field here. But, oh, looks like Alcos got to the lead, so it did get around the GT7 Grease driver of Mass Toros. Both on soft, so those drivers. And it looks like Papa Zader did get into the 3rd spot after J-Skin. Nas Fox closing in as well. So plenty of action going here for the final podium spot. As you see, nose to tail, Nas Fox going to take a look here. Is he? We will jump on board. Dang, that's a loud car. Zader does have the half-second penalty. Side by side, Fuller to the inside of T-Can. Looks like he will not get that move done. He'll tuck back in. We stay on board here with J-Skin and Nas Fox battling it out for the 4th spot. Papa Zader opens it up a little bit. But I would imagine we'll probably lose 2 spots when he serves that penalty over in Sector 3. Either that or it's going to create some fun side-by-side racing into the final 2 corners. And we see Fuller back there side-by-side with T-Can again. Does look like he got that position and will hold it. That's going to move Fuller up into the 7th spot. We stay on board here with Nas Fox as he's chasing J-Skin. We're approaching that. You can see up above Papa Zader. Approaching that penalty zone. We'll have to serve that half second, and that will drop him back. J-Skin will get around him, and it'll be interesting to see where Nas ends up next to him. Penalty served, he comes back over, will have enough to hold on to the 4th spot, so only loses 1 due to the penalty. Got around J-Skin, but then has to give it back, so we'll see if he can work his way back around, as your front 2 again have just pulled away with this thing early on in the race, so we'll see how long it takes for the rain to show up, if it shows up. But everybody up in the top 5 on the soft, so they're banking on that rain early. But I'll be honest, I don't think that first rain is going to be heavy enough for intermediates. It's going to be that second rain towards the middle of the race that's going to make it real interesting as we have crossed the 5-minute mark. Papa Zader looks to the inside and runs a little wide J-Skin, but he will hold on, and actually Nos around the outside. What a move. And don't look now, Crew is sneaking in here from TOK. Oh, look at this. We got a Ferrari and Lamborghini battle going on back here. Ferrari's leading the way. J-Skin did pick up a half-second penalty somewhere, so he'll drop back. This could cost him 3 spots in the long run. We'll see. So side by side for Zader and J-Skin into the second to the last corner. Hold on, Nosfox and Papa Zader now side by side. Little bit of contact there. That's just a little bit of race, and we're going to go 3 wide though. And look who has joined the party. Fuller into this party. He's going to give a shot to Nosfox up the middle. On to the 5th spot there. The group of 5 cars here we've stuck with, and actually T-Can has closed in now on this as well, with Cynical closing in behind him. So this one will be an interesting one, as Nas is going to look to the inside of Crew. Crew is T-Can. Side by side they go. Looks like the Baby Got Track car is going to take that 6th spot away. Nope, 7th spot, sorry. And up front, we still have Alcos leading the way, Mastoros in the second. Right now, those two look to be pretty even on tire wear and fuel, so we will see how that one plays out. No rain incoming just yet. We stay on board. Papa Zader holding on to that 3rd spot. And J-Skin looking to the outside, not able to make a move just yet. Fuller in there as well. Fuller making his move through here, setting up that Midwest Esports team with a 14th place start in race 1, now all the way up to 5th place now. We'll see how this cycles through after the rain comes through. Fuller in a good spot though. He's on the medium, so he's definitely can make it longer if the rain doesn't come early enough. We will see how that one turns out. And J-Skin back around Pop Zader. Pop Zader must have had a penalty there as he'll lose 2 spots, 3 spots now to Nosfox. He'll drop back to the 6th position. Your frontline racing driver into the 6th spot. It has been a back and forth battle here between this, honestly, this group of cars from 3rd to 7th, even 8th and 9th now kind of playing in on it. Don't look now, but man, this is going to be a fun one. The rain is just going to make this more entertaining. As we're on board with Longshot for Victory Pace Racing. And let's see, Tyro in the 11th spot, working his way back, driving the V-dub. Typical Tyro fashion, taking the weird cars. That is his style. Erica Canada in 12th, Queen in 13th, and T80 in the 14th spot. Does have a 1 second penalty as well. Alco still holding on to it about a half second, maybe 3/4 now. Ooh, picks up a penalty, so that's going to tighten this one up. We'll see. I think they are close enough to, or not close enough to the zone that he will serve that here. Yes, he will. So let's jump on. Let's see where this puts GTR, or GT7 Grease. And this penalty is served. He's coming up. This could be a side-by-side through the corner. Oh, a little bit wide. That super slides. Oh, he may pick up one now. Trying to gain it. Oh, man, that's tough out there on those curbs. Will did pick up the penalty, so that will open that gap back up when they come back around. So he'll probably look to make a move here if he can. That way the penalty doesn't hurt as much. We'll stay on board with this for a moment, but we will jump back to that frickin' battle halfway through the field. 3rd on through, like, what, 10th or 11th, I think it was. We're all in that battle. But we're going to stay on board here and see if Mastoros is going to go. And he picked up another one, so he's got a 1 second penalty. That's going to be a tough one to recover from right here. But plenty of race to go as we are just about 12 minutes in, so 48 to go. Thanks everybody for joining. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. Share this thing around. Let's get more people in here. And not to mention, give a shout out for your team. If you are a team driver, jump in here and give a shout out. If you're cheering an individual driver on, give them a shout out. Let them know you're here. I'll call it out even on the stream for them. Yes, Fiend, that was a nice save by Mastros. That was a scary situation. That's a tough spot to be. Does have the penalty, but still pointed in the right direction, so that's the main thing. He'll serve that penalty and drop back a little bit. Now we jump back here. J-Skin under a little bit of pressure from Fuller. Fuller under about 2.5 tenths now. Back up to 3. But they are making it through that section, that mid-rear. I think the Lambo is all-wheel drive on top of it, if I remember right. Shout out from Travis for the IORT, the Infinite Octane Racing Team. That's Alco's out in front right now. Had a good back-to-back drop, or back-to-back race here, as Mackenzie calls out for the panty droppers, and Zaskar as well for Infinite Octane. So a couple of those Infinite Octane racers and fans out there. So we see 2nd and 3rd nose to tail. 4th and 5th as well as Papa Zader holds off Nos Fox. They'll head down into turn 1. No action there just yet, but we'll jump back here side by side. Cynical gets inside of T-Can. T-Can does hold on to it. Looked like he was sliding around a little bit there. That Cynical up into the 6th spot. T-Can side by side with Krulab for the 7th spot. Krulab looks like he may get this one. Let's jump on board. He'll drive it in there. Will he be able to clear him coming off? He will. And T-Can onto the 8th spot, but he gets a run back on the outside here. Does have a door there. They'll head back down into this corner, side by side again. We're going to see who can pull out of this one. We've got Krulab and T-Can. And they go side by side. This is some great racing here from these two drivers. Two drivers that I can say I don't think I have ever raced with before, so showing off here, showed a good time as T-Can will get back to that 7th spot. Long shot not too far back of this. Tyro has lost a little bit of ground to them, but long shot here in the 9th spot looking to gain as those two battle it out in front of him. Cynical pulled away from that battle just a little bit. with that penalty. Fuller will not be able to catch him. Let's jump back up here. Oh, looks like we had a pit stop. So Masterus comes in for another set of softs here. We're going to see if that's going to get him to the rain. Like I say, it's the game decides when it does it. I just throw it in as that slot, but it's the ultimate decider. And if it doesn't rain, then it could be a real interesting race. But with the RO6 rain on there, I'd imagine we're going to see some heavy rain here about midway through. We're a quarter of the way in now, over 15 minutes. 45 minutes to go. Alcos, your leader. Fuller did get around J-Skin, but has another penalty. I'm going to say J-Skin maybe had a problem there. Oh, they both have penalties now, so that won't change. But Papa Zader's going, hey guys, keep doing that. I'm going to catch up now. That's the fourth position for Papa Zader. Behind that got Nos Fox and Mr. Cynical. Cynical rolling up here. I believe he started back more around the 9th, 10th area, I believe. And that's going to move him up into the 6th spot and closing in on the back of Nos Fox. Let's jump up here, though. Let's jump on with Papa Zadar. As he's coming around here, they'll head down into the penalty zone. Fuller and J-Skin both with half-second penalties. Ooh. J-Skin flirting with another one. And boom. And he will close from 2 seconds down to, let's see where it ends up being, about 1.3, 1.4, so he did gain a little over a half second. But will not be able to do anything with it. Opening up a little bit here, but not now. Cynical closing in on that top 5 with Nos Fox in front. The Fiddle Luckers driver. Oh, he's got to like the, everybody, Cynical knows me, black and green. That's my favorite color combination. And he's driving my car too. That's my jam in this at Red Bull Ring is this Genesis. So good run here from Cynical moving through the field. He's got T-Can close behind, but not enough to make any moves. No action there between them. So let's jump back here, see if anything else going on. Got 8. No difference. Nope. No big differences. Alco's got a almost 12-second lead now. 36.744 is your fast lap. Look at those tires, though. And I can tell you that Genesis can burn up some tires here, that's for sure. Fiend is calling out Eric and Tyro. Devil Rejects and Sin City Racing. Fuller into the 2nd spot, still holding that off from J-Skin. And if you've been following, you know Fuller started that last race in 14th, got all the way to 8th, and now got himself from 8th to 2nd here. Great run there for the Midwest Esports team. And Cynical's going to look to the outside. He's got T-Can right behind. Let's jump on board with this battle. Oh, no, not sure what happened. I don't know if he caught the curb and slid out there, but rough run there. Krulov is going to go into the pits there. That's going to be his first pit stop. Papa Zader is in the pits as well, as T-Can and Cynical move on to 4th and 5th. Not sure exactly what happened. That was as I was switching over. It looked like maybe Nos got on that outside curb and slid a little bit, and once he lost it, he was came across the nose of the other cars. And at that point, there's nothing they can do. Fuller still holding off J-Skin. Improved his best lap so far. Or improving his best lap, I should say. Long shot closing in on the back of T-Can now for the 5th spot. And we'll see how this cycles through. Like I say, there was a chance of rain here right about now, actually. So I don't see any moisture on the track yet, so I'm going with it might not rain here in this first part. But as we approach the halfway mark, I think that's when we're going to see that rain come in, and it's going to make it an interesting one. Some of these guys that started on those soft tires are really going to feel the effect of that because they will not last that whole time. Oh, for sure, Chef. I don't know if you're listening right now. I did get your message. And 100% I will give you a shout out. I actually hadn't even looked at the tracking today to see where they were. So but I definitely will when they come in, and I will definitely post some pictures. I probably won't mount them, though, until maybe Monday. All right, where are we at? J-Skin has gone down into the pits, burned up them soft tires. He'll move in. That's going to move Cynical up to the third spot, TK into fourth. Long shot to fifth. Tyro on the hard tires, maybe playing the best strategy here of them all. In for the long haul for sure, as Masterus, the first driver to pit, is sitting in the 7th spot right now. J-Skin about to come out, I think. Right? Oh, nope, still fueling up, so that'll move Queen up into the 8th spot. Queen on those medium tires, not a bad call as well. I think a lot of those drivers were expecting some rain early on, and I just didn't show up, and that is going to affect the strategy. 1 second, I gotta get a drink. All right. So J-Skin Papa Zader, these two back at it again. We've seen these guys side by side a little bit already today. As we see. Okay, how many are listening? Let's throw some bananas in chat. Another shout out for Masterus, the GT7 Grease driver. Let's see those bananas. Perfect. Have you checked the tracking on it today there, Chef? Does it give a time? I hadn't looked at it yet. I've been so tied up with all this stuff, so. Alright, so we saw our leader, Alcos, in the pit right now. We'll see where this cycles through as Masterus coming back around. So, it looks like the GT7 Grease driver of Masterus is going to consume the technically the lead, but still with 4 drivers out front who have not pit. That's Fuller, TK, Tyro, and Longshot yet to pit. Behind those, the drivers who have pit, you got Masterus, Alcos, Queen is yet to pit. Then you got Zader, J-Skin, Cynical just coming out of the pits now. Krulab, Nas Fox, Erica Canada, and T80 got another penalty there, so not the race that T80 was looking for today. But that's okay. There's still 6 more events after this to help your team to come back. A shout out to Fuller. We got a, let's see, showing delivered. Oh, well, let me put you on pause. I'll be right back. Alright, didn't see it out there, but I'll have to check a little bit better when I get done. Fuller, your leader after some pit stops. Him and Tyro yet to pit. Looks like Queen as well yet to pit. Tyro playing the long game here. He's got those hard tires on. He can definitely go a long ways, and he's very good at fuel strategy. Fuller holding on to the lead right now. That puts Midwest Esports out front after starting in the last spot to start the event. Chris says monkey poop. I agree, monkey poop. And there you see your leader. If the other 2 pit, this is who will consume the lead. That's Masterus from Greek driver. Or the Greek driver, sorry. GT7 Grease is that team. Behind him also Alcos in the Infinite Octane Racing team. In the overall 2nd spot, it's these 2 pit, but I'm not going to lie. We'll see Fuller coming in soon, but I think Tyro will go 1 or 2 more. Still no rain on the track, though. As we approach the 25-minute mark, 35 to go. After we cross the halfway point, I would say we better watch out for that rain. It might come in quick and go quick, but it's definitely going to play an effect on this race. Tyro will continue on. Fuller continues on. And do we have any battles? Oh, we got Queen. Got Zader and J-Skin closing in behind now for that fifth spot. Yep. And Queen down into the pits, so that's going to move Zader up into fifth. He's got J-Skin on the outside. J-Skin's going to take that spot. Zader is going to lose the fifth spot after gaining it. And we'll hold on to sixth. That's going to be a double position gains, essentially, for J-Skin up into the top five. Cynical not too far behind them. He's got Crew Lob on his tail as well. These two work together. They could close in on that two-car battle up in front. T-Can back 9th. Nos Fox into the 10th spot. Long shot in 11th. Queen into the pits. It looks like Eric will get around her through the pits. And T80 shouldn't, so that'll put Queen into the 13th spot. Let's ride along with Fuller here. Is Fuller going to pit this time by? I can't imagine he's got much left in the tank right now. And there he is, diving off into the pits. So we'll see where he cycles back out when it comes time. Caught a little bit of grass there, but luckily holds on to it and is into the pits. So now we got Tyro. Tyro loses that second spot, but that is not an on-track battle. He's racing there, and he will dive down into the pits as well. So we'll see where Fuller and Tyro cycle back into there. In the meantime, though, Masterus is going to be your race leader as he comes around turn number 1. So almost 5.5 second lead for Masteros out front of Alcos. It's been a battle of the GT7 Grease team and the Infinite Octane Racing team. First race was the same way, but Grease came out on front, and they are still out in the lead right now. So J-Skin, though, doing a good job for Panty Drops, holding on to that third spot. Kind of been their MO all day. Got Zader for the Frontline Racing team. He's followed by Fuller. So Fuller cycled back out into the 5th spot, so good run there by him. Fuller running for Midwest Esports with Cynical in the 6th spot running for Fiddle Luckers. Crew Lob in the 7th spot, and he is for TOK Speed Syndicate. So Tyro did cycle back out into the 8th spot. He's got T-Can close behind. Will T-Can be able to make a move? We'll see. It looks like Tyro didn't do a tire change, just throw some fuel in it and continues on, so that's going to help his pit time. Probably got him this 8th spot, but it is under threat now. I'd imagine he may be doing some fuel mileage. It is getting more and more foggy. I would imagine the rain is going to be here soon. I can't change to see the weather radar. Actually, can I do this? Let's try this. We are doing a quick radar check before we jump back into the race here. Don't see anything moving into the area just yet. Let's continue to current time. I wish this would go faster. Yeah, no rain on the radar as of now, so this is going to be interesting to see if it actually does rain. Yeah, it's 3.2 the lead now. 17 over J-Skin, but J-Skin under a little pressure, but don't look now, Fuller's pressuring Zader as well. And if they get to racing too hard, there's Cynical and Crew Lob right behind them. more shout outs for the Greek team. I gotta say, GT7 Greece making their presence known here in the chat, in the viewing party, so good to see that as we see a 3-car battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th with a couple of trailers behind, so we get too racy up here and these guys are going to be under pressure. Oh, and it just gets darker and darker. Let's do an in-car here. Don't see any rain just yet, but it has got to be getting close. As they continue on, Fuller going to take a look here. Will he have enough to make a look? As they go diving down into the hairpin. Nothing able to do just yet, but he is right there. A couple of Lamborghinis battling it out, chasing that Ferrari. P-droppers, the P-droopers. Nope, I already made the call. There will be no tire requirement in this one. There is absolutely no requirements, even if it doesn't rain for some reason, which I don't know why it wouldn't, because I had the R06, which is the heaviest rain there was in the middle part of this race, and it's not doing it yet, so I don't know. But no, there's no tire requirement either way. Fuller right on the back of Papa Zader. Lights have come on, that's how dark it is, but no rain just yet. Oh, and Master is back into the pits here, throws on another set of sauce. He says, hey, let's go. Definitely got some good pace on those. 36.384, the fast lap though for Alcos here on this run. Oh, and don't look now, we have a 3-car battle for 8th, 9th, and 10th with T-Can, Tyro, and Nas Fox. Long shot stalking in the background, 1.7, 1.8 back of this battle, so if they get battling too hard, we will definitely see some interesting racing. T-Can a little deep into the corner. He's going to give Tyro the inside. Nas going to get to the inside. He's going to look to the right side of Tyro. Tyro squeezes and shuts the door. As T-Can will close back in. We jump on board. We're on with Longshot here as he's watching this battle. T-Can does get back around Nosfox. So now the running order for these guys is Tyro, T-Can, Nosfox. Tyro is going to drop back to 10th now. I looked away for just a second to look at the chat, and I looked back up. Not sure if there was contact or anything, but there was definitely a little wide there for the V-dub. He's going to look to the inside, not enough to get there against Nas. Let's jump back up here. So 7th place is where Masters comes back out for the GT7 Grease team. So J-Skin, Cynical side by side. Here we go. There is a penalty there. Cynical will move into the 3rd position. Fuller in 2nd. Some really, really good racing I've seen today so far. Huge thank you to all the drivers so far. It's been, I haven't seen anything too crazy just yet, so I'm happy to say that. That's what this is all about. Will the rain come as we approach the 35-minute mark now? I'm not sure how this one's going to turn out, though. Zader's going to look to the right side. J-Skin does have that penalty, so Zader really right now just kind of tuck in behind. Unless he makes a huge mistake, you're going to get that spot down that next straight. Krulov 2 seconds behind this battle. as J-Skin serves his penalty. That will drop him back to 5th place. And he will hold on to that as Crew Lab will close in to about 1.8 now. As we head back onto the front straight here. Back through the field right now as they run. We got Alcos out front, a 20-second lead he's got over Fuller. Fuller, the story of the day right now, though. 14th to 8th from the last race, 8th to 2nd as it stands right now. And he will put T80 a lap down. Cynical in the 3rd spot. Good run here for the Fiddle Luckers. Ooh, I almost said it the wrong way. And the Fiddle Luckers driver holds on to that 3rd spot. Papa Zader with a penalty now. J-Skin without, so they may swap position back again. These two are going to know each other well by the end of this race as they have gone back and forth multiple times at least now. Everybody else pretty spread out. Tyro's got long shot right behind. Nos Fox not too far. These three still battling it out, swapping spots back and forth, but T-Can did open up his gap on them just a little bit. Looks like Nos dropping back just a little bit. Those soft tires kind of giving up on him. Eric of Canada in 12th, Queen in 13th, and T80 in the 14th spot. And my cat has a lot to say about it. What you saying, cat? Meow? Meow? Hey, I don't know who she's cheering for, but she's cheering for somebody. Now? Kitty, are you cheering for 1st place? Oh, the dog's had enough. Anybody who used to watch my streams of F1 knows that my old dog used to howl all the time in the background, so he became part of my commentary all the time, which was kind of funny. I agree, Shredda. I want to see that rain too. I put that heavy rain on there. Really was expecting it to come down quick. Let's go ahead and do this again. Let's go watch this radar and see if we can see anything. I don't know how accurate this thing is, but yeah, oh, there was a sign of rain. I saw it. Man, and it moves quick, so when it comes in, it's going to come in quick, but nothing shows on that radar as of now. Alco still out front. Fuller in the 2nd spot. Cynical in 3rd. J-Skin in 4th. Masterus finds his way into the 5th spot after his pit stop. T-Can in 6th. Longshot in 7th. Tyro in 8th. Nos Fox in 9th. Looks like Papa Zader took a pit stop there that dropped to 10th. Crew Lab in the 11th spot. Eric of Canada, Southern Queen, and T80 round out our field. I think all the drivers thinking the same thing. When is it going to rain? Oh, we got some cheering for T80 out there, as well as another GT7 Grease shout out. Like I say, I appreciate everybody coming in. Make sure you give the video a thumb up at least. Let me know you're enjoying it. Oh man, our first pit stop from that group there in the middle. That's going to be J-Skin diving down in. Gives up that 3rd spot for that. That'll move Masterus back up to 4th. Cynical up to 3rd. Well, T-Can should be able to get around as well. He's not even into his spot yet. So this will drop J-Skin probably to around the 10th, 11th area. He was racing with Papa Zader earlier, so I'd imagine that'll put him out right in that group. As Zader's coming around that final corner now, we'll see how that one plays out as J-Skin pulling out. So it looks like J-Skin actually opened up his gap there on that final lap, or on his in lap. And Papa Zader coming around 1, J-Skin already back out on the track, so that is going to give J-Skin the 9th spot for now, but we'll see how this one plays out. Once again, still waiting to see if the rain comes. This is going to be an interesting one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go with maybe they're going to maybe they're going to miss out on the rain, but that's crazy. I get it if you use like R1, R2, the lower rains, but to use the big rain and not get it's crazy. So right along Alco's here, he's got a 21 second lead over Fuller. Fuller picked up a penalty. Fuller doing a good job here, just managing tires and fuel. He's just trying to make it as long as he can, hoping the rain shows up. Cynical dives off into the pits. That moves Masters back up into that third spot. So Cynical will dive in. T-Can will continue on. Long Shot and Tyro continue on as well. As Nas will dive it down into the pits, J-Skin continues on. So J-Skin will gain a couple spots here. Let's see where it puts him against Cynical, as Cynical was not too far behind him originally. J-Skin did grab quite a bit there. Cynical back on track in the 10th spot. In your chat here, I'm going to go ahead and post your merch set. If you are interested in some merch, go fill that out and I will contact you. All the things are listed in there. We got some wicked jerseys, Epilepsy Awareness Month this month. That's what this is all about. As Alco is into the pits, Fuller will continue on, so Fuller will consume the lead here. Great run here by Fuller. How long will he take those softs? He's got plenty of fuel right now. Mastros will take the lead back over Master S. Nah, I don't know. Mast and Al. Al comes back out. He's going to have about the same gap. I don't think it grew too much or dropped too much. I think that's about what he was behind before. T-Can and Tyro will find themselves up into the top 5 with their non-pit stop yet. Like I say, I did post just now into the chat of the stream. That's going to be your order form for the Monkey merch. Also a fundraising part of this. If you are interested in donating anything to the cause, you just let me know and we'll get you set up. I can't post those in the chat, so I will just have to send it to you. You let me know, either shoot me a message on Discord or just let me know in the chat, and if I don't see it, say it again. So let's see what we got going on up here. Papa Zader under attack from Cynical and Crew Lob. As those three drivers, 7th, 8th, and 9th right now. Yes, Chef. Go ahead and fill that out yet, and then we'll get you set up. You're good. You're good, you're good. As Tyro down into the pits now. This will only be his second stop. First stop, he didn't take any tires and just took fuel. We'll see where he cycles out. He started kind of far back, so he's just trying some strategy here. But Pop Zader, Cynical, and Crew Lob still this battle for right now is what is 6th, 7th, and 8th. J-Skin got a little gap on him, almost 3 seconds now. 2.6, 2.7 is what it's rolling at. So we are approaching the 45-minute mark with no rain. And honestly, I don't know what to tell you. That 75% chance, that's why I gave it a percentage. Because there is that 25% chance that it doesn't do it. Now, Le Mans has a 95% chance. If it doesn't rain there, I'd be surprised. That's okay. We are rolling on round number 2 here, closing in on the last quarter of this race as we have hit the 45-minute mark, 15 minutes to go. We are closing in. We got Fuller leading the way. Masterus and Alco is holding on to second and third. T-Can, J-Skin, 4th and 5th with Papa Zader, Cynical, and Crew Lob, your top 8. Running out your top 10, Eric of Canada and Tyro. Then you got Longshot, Nosfox, Southern Queen, and T80. Any close battles going on here. Looks like Tyro and Longshot, but they've kind of been nose to tail for quite a while. Nos not too far behind them. But really, I think this is where it's at. You got Crew Lob closing in behind Cynical. They're trying to close on Papa Zader, and I'm not going to lie, they're closing in quick on J-Skin. Did J-Skin have an issue? Did I miss something there? He was like 2.5, 2.67 up there, something like that, and he is now down to 1.3. Alright, looks like we got another order that just came in through the Epilepsy Awareness merch order form. So if you want to make sure you get something ordered, you do have till the end of the month to do it. Make sure you get in there and order it. Outside the Continental 48 is an expensive shipping. Just know that. I will give you a rate for it, and it will be added to your order. But like I say, just expect that to be a fairly big number if you're outside the Continental 48, just because it's crazy to ship things anymore. As we watch this lead down, or this gap under a second now, J-Skin over Papa Zader. We'll jump on board here as we ride with Crew Lob as he's chasing Cynical. Let's see, what's the tire situation between these guys? We got some decent mediums. Oh, and our second, third, and fourth into the pits. This is going to change a lot of things here as third, fourth, and fifth. Second, third, and fourth into the pits. J-Skin in fifth coming around now. We'll see where he winds up. Coming out of the pits could be an interesting one for some of these drivers as they come around. Masterus is going to hold on to that. And looks like T-Can will not have enough to get out in time. So these guys will move up 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th now as your podium. Alco's Fuller. And Fuller's got some fresh sauce. He pit and is in second. What a move. As Masterus pit again and is not too far behind Fuller, about 3.1. So we'll see how this podium shakes out. And if they get to racing too hard, we're going to have 4-car battle come and join them. We are 12 minutes away from the finish of this race. Does not look like the rain's coming, so these drivers lucked out. No tire requirements. They got away with it. As we see them coming around. So behind that, we got a little bit of a battle. T-Can under a little pressure from Tyro, not much, but Longshot right on the back of Tyro as well within a second. So we'll kind of keep an eye on that one, but for now, we're going to watch this as we see this is going to get interesting here. Cynical in 6th place, right up on the back of Zader as they come around the final few corners. Ferrari of J-Skin dives down into the pits. Zader will take over the 4th spot. Cynical into the 5th spot. Cynical says, nope, I think I'm going to want 4th. Is he going to take a look at it? Looks like he's going to use a little bit of bump draft. Try to open up that gap a little bit over Crew Lob. They're going to have to try to do whatever they can to get past. Another shout out for Mastoras. Shout out for Longshot. And yet another one for the Greek team. You guys have brought it today in the chat. I enjoy that. Thank you very much. What if it downpours like right now? We get 10 minutes of heavy rain. Would be awesome. Let's really shake this thing up. Alright, so we are still on board with the 4th, 5th, and 6th drivers as they are battling it out. Zader, Cynical, and Crew Lob. We got Zader racing for Frontline Racing, Cynical running for the Fiddle Luckers, and Crew Lob for TOK Speed Syndicate. trying to collect as many points as they can. The final race, that one's going to be decided by points, so it's all about getting as much as you can here. Wherever you finish in this race is where your team will start in the next one, so this will be a fun one for sure. As we will... We will be back up at Magore at 2:30 Eastern. So just about 40 minutes from now, we will be back up. It'll be the 2008 GT500s. A 0% chance of rain in that one, so let's hope that holds up. I love it. I love seeing that. I love seeing the support in here. That's what this was all about, having your team be able to come into the broadcast and cheer their teammate on. Alco still leads the way. Fuller's still holding on to that lead, or that second spot. He's got about a 2-second lead. Both drivers on softs, right around a half tank of fuel. Alco's over half tank, but does have some softs that are looking a little bit burnt up. Let's see how long those hold out. Can he make it another 8? Actually, just under 9 minutes. Hi. Love you. Well, you were. That's even on record. I haven't said that on record, so now that they all know. Lots of love in the room as we stay on board with Krulov, Cynical, and Zader up here. No change in their positioning. A little bit of a gap back to Krulov now. He's over a second behind Cynical, so we'll jump up here as Cynical tries to close in. And we are now to 8 minutes to go. 8 minutes, we're looking at probably about 5 or 6 laps left. Anybody with half a tank is probably safe. Let's kind of look here. What's everybody got? Looks like everybody Tyro's down to about a quarter. We'll have to see how that works out. J-Skin's got a good amount of fuel. He's just trying to close as much ground as he can, so if these other two have to pit. But if nobody else pits, man, J-Skin has lost a ton with that late pit stop. We will see how that one cycles through. We are back on board with Cynical chasing Zader for that 4th spot. Your podium right now, Alcos, Fuller, and Masterus. But still a shout out to Fuller, man. Their original assigned driver had a family issue, was not able to make it. So Fuller jumped in, was not able to qualify. To start from the 14th position. Gained 6 spots in the first race. So far gained 6 spots in the second race, and finds him and his Midwest Esports team in the 2nd spot. And Zader does open that gap a little bit now. Looks like not quite the exit that Cynical was looking for. Oh, that might be a penalty. Oh, looks like we got another merch order just came in, and that was a penalty for Cynical. So another merch order has made its way in. Obviously, right at this moment, I'm not looking at those until a little bit later. Krulov lost this gap a little bit to them. And don't look now, Masterus back. Oh! Man, he's not going to want me to flip to him anymore. That's the second time I flipped over and he was on the curb sliding. But he's got that gap to under a second now on Fuller for that 2nd spot. So we'll see if GT7 Grease can find themselves back up into the 2nd spot. Like you say, how they finish is how they start the next race. So that's going to be an important one. You guys want to start on the front row. A bring it home to Queen from Nathan. Let's see, where's Queen? 2.5 back of Erica Canada, see if she can close in on that one. Oh, she just picked up a penalty as I was looking. But we're going to stay on board here as this is a battle for 2 podium spots. And really, they are in their own league up here. We are in the zone. 5 minutes. 5 minutes to go. As not too much gained on this one. A 36.5. A 36.8, but that 36.8 is Fuller's best lap of the race, so he's really putting it on now. Is he going to be able to hold him off? Masters is hitting some of his fast laps here. He's got a 36.5, 36.4, 36.5, so definitely putting in some good laps here as he's trying to close in on the back of Fuller. Down to almost a little over half a second as he goes purple in that first sector. We'll see if he can hold on to that for the rest of the lap. 36.384 is our fast lap at the moment. All he needs to do is cut off a little over a tenth from what he ran 2 laps ago. And he will do that. It is back over a second, though. He lost a little bit of ground. Fuller doing a good job of holding him off. That draft will be strong, though. We got a Lamborghini versus a Toyota here, with a Genesis leading the way. Shout out to Devils Rejects and Sin City Racing coming in from Shitbox, right? Is that Shitbox? It is Shitbox. Shitbox! I like it. That's the box where I keep my shit so I can fling the poo. And we are back up over a second between these two. So Fuller really doing a good job here maintaining, as they will have, let's see, they're coming around the final few corners now. We'll have 3 and a... Oh, a slide there from Fuller. You could hear it. I didn't see it, though. That's going to give a 3/10 gain for Masterus there as they come around here. They'll cross the line. A little over 3 minutes to go. That means 2 laps. 2 laps to go for these two drivers. Where Al goes, maybe 3 for him. Just depends on where the clock falls. But we have a hell of a battle coming right here. Yeah, say it ended up not raining at all. I had R06, so the heaviest rain there was is one of the slots, and it just never rained. It didn't even sprinkle, I don't think, that I saw. So definitely an interesting one that makes me wonder what it's going to look like in Le Mans. 8.5 tenths is the difference between second and third right here. Fuller and Masterus running this thing out. A lap and a half to go. Still trying to close in. Got it just under 6 tenths now. Is up on that fast lap. He ran a 37.1 the last time. Fuller ran a 37.2, so he did gain about a 10 overall, but you can see it there. He's cutting it down, closing in on him. This would be the white flag lap this time by, as we are under 2 minutes to go. Maybe it'll be. They might sneak in an extra one here. Let's see where they are at as they cross the line. 36. Man, I'm going to go with no. They're going to cross the line right as timer runs out, so I believe this is going to be the last lap for him. We're going to look at it like it is, as Masters is going to try to close in on him. Looks right along as he tries to close in on the back of Fuller for that second spot. Alco is really going to hold on to this one and take that victory home. So far, yeah, Fuller is driver of the day for sure so far. Great job by him in this one. Oh, when they come out of the corner, Fuller opens up the gap a little bit. Got it back over half a second. They will come down, still at half a second. Like I say, I believe this is going to be the last lap for these two drivers. Oh, and Fuller slides a little wide. Is he going to open it up? Oh, and he will dive it in there. Fuller going to look back to the inside. Will he have enough to get it done? Masters holds on to that second spot. They're going to come through the final few corners. 3 corners to go. Now 2. He opens up that gap just about a half second. Looks like Fuller is just spent on those tires right now. as these two are going to come around, and this should be the final few corners for them. I'd be amazed if they get another one after this. Boom, that is race, as they're going to come across the line. Second place to GT7 Mastros. Fuller in the third spot. Papa Zader holds on to that fourth spot. He is got Cynical right behind him, but not enough to get it done. P4 goes to Papa Zader. P5 to Mr. Cynical. Krulov in that. Oh no, he spins in the last set of corners. Oh, as they come around the corner, that was a scary one. So that will give that sixth spot to Tyro. Long shot in seventh. Krulov falls to the 8th spot with that spin on the second to last corner. J-Skin in the 9th spot. T-Can in 10th. Nas Fox in 11th. Southern Queen in the 12th spot. Eric of Canada in 13th. T80 is going to round out your field. Your winner coming through the final sector now. Runs a little bit wide, but doesn't really matter at this point. He's going to bring this thing home. Your race 2 winner, Alcos, is going to bring this thing for Infinite Octane Racing. Great run here by that driver and team. So we're a quarter of the way through the Petit LeMonkey with some outstanding racing so far. It has been an exciting one, as we have 3 races left today and 3 tomorrow. So stay tuned. We'll be back up on the stream in about a half hour, a little under a half hour. Lobby for the next race will be open in just over 13 minutes. So make sure you get in while you can. Thank you all for joining, and we will see you on the next one.